Today we will be discussing how to deploy a Node.js application in Heroku with the help of Eclipse. Now the tools we will be using and technologies are like Node.js, and platform will be Heroku. We will be logging to Bitbucket using SSH key, and for the Eclipse we need these three plugins, which is eGate, Heroku, and Node.eclipse. Node Eclipse, sorry. So first we will be setting up the Bitbucket. So this is totally optional step, so we can just go and create Bitbucket. Normally I prefer Bitbucket over the GitHub because GitHub does not allow to create a private repository, so that's why I'm setting up the Bitbucket here. So here the description, and that's quite very good, I will say very good tool to use. So it have a issue tracking system and wiki, I mean almost same as a GitHub but with a private repository as a free version. So here in the language I'm selecting the node.js and I'm saying the create repository. So now I'm trying to open the Eclipse. So if we go to the source section, we see there is no commit yet, so I will click on the first commit and try to get what is the URL of this Bitbucket. So let me select any temporary workspace for this demo purpose. In the time being, when the Eclipse is being loaded, uh, what I will do, I will go to the my manage account profile, and here we can load SSH keys. So these SSH keys needs to be saved, needs to be generated in our Eclipse, and same SSH key will be uploaded in Bitbucket in my Heroku account, so that instead of entering the username and password again and again, we can authenticate with the help of SSH key. So I guess my Eclipse is taking some time, so we are almost with the Bitbucket, and this is just a demo we have created. And tools technology done. Now let's see how to generate the SSH key and how to save it in Bitbucket and Heroku. So in Eclipse we need to navigate to the Windows preferences and then search for SSH. You will find it in network connection. So here the SSH key, we need to go to the key management tab, generate on this key. We can save this private key on our system and then copy paste that key in a Heroku as well as in Bitbucket. So this is how to generate a key and save on our system. I have explained this in my blog article also. So here you have to enter the Heroku username and password, and you will get the API key, and you can click on the load SSH key button and you can upload your key onto the Heroku server, and then Heroku will using that key log into your system using that key, so we don't have to provide username and password again and again. Now in Heroku, all the keys associated to your account you can find in account, and if you scroll down a little bit, here the SSH keys. So right now I have three keys. Either you can add it from here, or in the previous screen we have seen that there is a button already available in the Eclipse, and in Bitbucket we can add SSH key here. We just have to provide any label and copy paste our key. So assuming we have generated SSH key and copy pasted in our Bitbucket and Heroku, let's move to the next part. I have written one article on how the eGit works with the all plugins required, and I have explained about the Heroku plugin also, so you can try and navigate to this article. And after that, let's start with the blank Heroku application right from the Eclipse. So we will go to file and we will create a new application. So this option available only if you have installed the Heroku plugin. So let's assume you have already installed the Heroku plugin by following my article. So let's create it, and here you will get lots of option to create a template. I am saying that let's create a blank Heroku page, and name can be anything unique which is not existing on the Heroku. So let's finish it. So what it is doing is, now it has created application on Heroku and now it is fetching from the Heroku in our system. So now it's already available here. Oops, I closed my project explorer. Let me open that again. So go to Windows and okay, here. So let's see where are our files. So if you can see, the blank project is created. This project does not have any file for the node.js, and if you go to the Heroku system, you will see this is your application just you have created, and right now there is no file available here. So, and this is the git URL of your application. You can push to this address to deploy your code on the Eclipse, on your Heroku application. So we are done with the Heroku. Let's create a sample web.js file. This is a node.js file. So let's copy the name and let's new file and web.js. Now you can write any hello world program in your node.js application. I'm just copying my existing program and paste it here. So we are almost done. Now we need to open a command prompt, and let's open the directory where Eclipse have saved these files. So I will just copy this folder and open in my command prompt. So it's here. So the next step we have to do is, like, once we have generated the node.js, it's time to create a package.json. So this can be created automatically using the npm init command. So this is the command. So once we run this command, it will prompt us for the various answers, and which we have to provide them. So for example, it is asking for the name, so we have to provide the name of our application. Now next option it will ask is like, what is the version of our application. So let's say the version is 0.0.1. then you can say what is the description. So you can write anything which describes your application well. So okay, now the next option we'll get is like, what is the entry point. So let's say web.js is the entry point, and if you don't know anything you can just skip it. So now I am providing the git path. It's not necessary, you can leave the git path also. So just I'm showing how we can enter the repository path here and then everything. So it's all like self-explanatory. So we have to provide, any keywords and all this information. So this is the author name, you can enter license type. Once we are done, it will ask you to save. So let's save it. So if we navigate over Eclipse and refresh, you will see that package.json is already created automatically. So it is a kind of the metadata application, metadata information for your application. So now we have to install the dependencies. So for this demo purpose, our node depends on the Express and the logging module. So I'm just installing the dependencies. So it will get all the information from the repository on internet and download on your local system. So to perform this step, you must be connected to the internet. Now all the dependencies are installed. If you refresh it, you can see the node underscore modules folder is already created here, and these have all the dependencies. Now one last thing we have to do in our package.json is like, we have to explain what is the version of node.js. So I am saying any version 0.10. so this is actually required by Heroku to determine what will be the version, and this is the sample of the web.js which we are going to deploy on Heroku. So whenever anyone will be hitting up application, he will be greeted by this welcome message. So you can write any message here. So on local system it will run on the port 5000, and on Heroku it will read the environment variable. Now we have to create a prop file path. So this is very specific to Heroku. If you will not create this file, uh, you will not be able to deploy your application to the Heroku. So using this file, Heroku determines that the type of your application is Node application or Java or any Ruby application. So this is very important file. So we are saying that our application is web and we need to run a command node with the file name so that Heroku can bootstrap our application. So once we have created our file, let's commit it to the local system, local repository. So just we have to right click and go to team, commit, and select all the files to commit and write down any initial message or any commit log. Let's commit this. After this, we are ready to commit on a Heroku. So let's right click on our application and let's clean the console. Now right click on the remote push. So when you will click on it already have a git information of the Heroku. We have not set up Bitbucket yet, but we can set up it here also, that I have explained in my article. So let's select the master. We have only one branch, so let's go ahead. No need to change anything there. So let's click on finish. So if there is any error message, that error message you will get here, and if everything is good, you will get a successful message, and you will have a log file which will explain what is the type of application Heroku detected. So if you can see here in the log file, it says node.js application is detected. So that means our application is successfully deployed on Heroku. So let's go on Heroku now and refresh the page. And now this is a dyno, very important. For our demo purpose, we can select one dyno, but if you need to select a more dyno, then you have to pay to the Heroku. So let's go with the one dyno. And basically dyno is like a lightweight container. So let's say your application is a huge application, so you will need lots of dynos here so that there will be no performance impact. So if we check our application here, we got our message. Let's edit our application now and let's deploy it again to the Heroku and see if our changes are deployed properly or not. So I am adding a few more words like this is updated statement. So let's go on team and commit. This time let's commit locally as well as remote at the same time. So instead of clicking on the commit button, let's click on commit and push. So it will save our time. So if everything is success, then we will get a success message, else if any error occurred, then we will getting the error message here. So let's see, are we success or not on deploying Heroku? So yeah, everything is good. Heroku accepted the change. So let's go on browser and see, refresh it. Let's see. So if you reload, you can see that now this is updated message. So this is just a demo on how to deploy a node.js application. Once successfully you have deployed your node.js application, you can enhance it and make it your enterprise level application also. Now the next topic I want to explain, which I forget to add in slide, is like how to check the logs on Heroku. Let's say you are getting some error, let's say your system is getting crash, your application is getting crash. Now what is the reason? So we can check the logs of the Heroku. So the command for the log is like Heroku logs. Oops, I have to actually go to the directory of the node.js application. So let's open the directory. So here the windows, here your Eclipse. We will just copy paste our directory path here, and so this is the path of our node.js directory on local system. So let's copy this and we will navigate there, and once we are in the directory, we can run the command Heroku logs and it will give us all the informations. If there is success message or if there is some error message, everything will be visible on our screen. So that's very cool, and we can debug our application. on Heroku anytime. So this is like very detailed logs we have. Once we deploy application on production, we have to switch off this log, otherwise it will impact our performance of our application. So I hope guys this will help you much. If you have any comments and any feedback, please leave it in below section. I will be waiting for your comment. Thank you very much.